In 2024, a study conducted by the business intelligence firm Morning Consult found that 31% of American adults routinely engaged in the practice of doom scrolling. For those of you not familiar with the term doom scrolling, it was coined in 2020, the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, and during a time when the majority of us were sheltering in place at home, to describe, according to Merriam-Webster, quote, the act of spending an excessive amount of time reading large quantities of news, particularly of a negative nature, doom moniker, on the internet and social media. Perhaps not surprising, that same study found that the percentage of adults who engage in doom scrolling was larger in younger generations, with 46% for millennials, those born between 1981 and 1996, high, and 51% for Gen Z, those born between 1997 and 2012. However, I feel it necessary, as the proud card-carrying millennial and self-admitted doom scroller that I am, to interject that doom scrolling is not always negative information. Sometimes it can be things that make me feel good and stoke my creative passions, and I just keep scrolling because I like the dopamine that it gives me. Sometimes I doom scroll cute cat videos. Okay, a lot of times I doom scroll cute cat videos. Sometimes it's time-saving healthy air fryer recipes I want to try. Other times it's travel destinations that Gabriel and I would like to visit. More recently, it has been content relating to the upcoming Summer Olympics in Paris. But every so often, I come across short little bits of content cross-posted from the fount of spiritual wisdom known as TikTok that compels me to do that minister thing where I stop and say to myself, there's a sermon in that I need to write. So today's sermon is courtesy of a young man whom I have never met, whose name I do not know, who took 10 seconds while doing his makeup in his car in the driveway to record a video with the message, the people that you have to beg to believe in you are standing in the way of the people who actually do. Let me repeat that. The people that you have to beg to believe in you are standing in the way of the people who actually do. This profound statement invites us to consider the dynamics of belief and support in our lives. It challenges us to let go of those who doubt us and to open ourselves to the love and support of those who genuinely believe in us. As members of the First Unitarian Universalist Church of Stockton, we strive to create a community grounded in love, respect, and mutual support. So, I invite you to come along the journey with me and let us explore how we can embody this ethos by embracing belief and letting go of doubt. As human beings, we naturally seek approval and validation from others. From a young age, we learn to value the opinions of those around us, and we often measure our worth based on their feedback. This need for approval can become a heavy burden, particularly when we encounter people who doubt us or fail to see our potential. When we invest our energy in trying to win over these skeptics, we can become trapped in a cycle of seeking validation, which can drain our energy and undermine our self-esteem. The cost of that doubt is significant. When we focus on convincing those who do not believe in us, we divert our attention and resources away from those who genuinely support and believe in us. This can create a sense of isolation and frustration as we feel constantly compelled to prove ourselves. Moreover, the energy expended in seeking approval from skeptics can hinder our personal growth and prevent us from pursuing our passions and goals with confidence. Doubt, whether it comes from others or within ourselves, can be a powerful obstacle. It can stifle our creativity, limit our potential, and prevent us from taking risks. And worse yet, when we internalize the doubts of others, we may begin to question our own abilities and worth, leading to a cycle of self-doubt and insecurity, where the mantra and the voice in our heads becomes a lack of self-esteem and self-worth that lives rent-free. This cycle can be difficult to break, but it is essential to recognize and address it if we are able to live authentically and fulfill our potential. Belief, on the other hand, is a transformative force. When we surround ourselves with people who believe in us, we are empowered to pursue our dreams and aspirations with confidence. These individuals provide us with the encouragement and support we need to take risks, overcome challenges, and grow. Their belief in us reinforces our own self-belief, creating a positive cycle of confidence and achievement. And belief is not just about external validation, it is also about self-belief. When we believe in ourselves, we are more likely to take bold steps, to persevere in the face of adversity, and to achieve our goals. Self-belief is the foundation of resilience and self-efficacy, enabling us to navigate the ups and downs of life with courage and determination. It is the inner voice that reassures us of our worth and capabilities even when others doubt us. Letting go of those who doubt us is not an easy task. It requires courage and self-awareness to recognize when we are investing our energy in relationships that are not supportive or nurturing. However, letting go is essential if we are able to create space for those who genuinely believe in us. It is an act of self-care and self-respect, acknowledging that our worth is not determined by the approval of others. And letting go of that doubt and those who doubt us also involves setting boundaries and being selective about the relationships we cultivate. This does not mean cutting off everyone who questions us. Constructive criticism and differing perspectives are valuable. Rather, it means prioritizing relationships that are supportive and encouraging, and distancing ourselves from those that are constantly negative or undermining. To embrace supportive relationships, we must first cultivate a sense of self-worth and self-belief. This can be easier said than done, but it is crucial, because when we value ourselves, we are better able to recognize and attract people who reflect that value. This involves a strong sense of self-awareness and self-compassion, and being mindful of the impact that our relationships have on our well-being. As a faith community, we have the unique opportunity to build a beloved community that embodies these principles. Our Unitarian Universalist values call us to affirm and promote the inherent worth and dignity of every person, to support each other's spiritual growth, and to create a world of justice, equity, and compassion. By fostering a culture of belief and support within our community, we can create an environment in which everyone feels valued and empowered. Building a beloved community requires intentionality and commitment. It involves creating a space where people feel safe to express themselves and share their hopes and dreams. It means actively listening to each other, offering encouragement and support, and celebrating each other's success. It also involves holding each other accountable in a spirit of love and compassion, helping each other to grow and live in alignment with our values. By stepping into this power and allowing us to be an environment where we allow others and ourselves to heal and find the self-worth and self-love they have always had, it allows us to engage in our own form of social justice and transformative love. Our UU tradition has long been characterized by a belief in the inherent worth and dignity of every person. The work of living into those words is the permission to say to ourselves in this space that I am worthy and dignified. When we tend to our own gardens, the harvest of love overflows, enriching not just ourselves, but the entire community. Our acts of kindness, Our genuine empathy and our unwavering support become all the more powerful when fueled by a wellspring of self-love. By allowing ourselves to find our own worth and dignity, we find happiness and fulfillment for ourselves, and we can begin to create that community and environment for others to find their worth and dignity again. And then we find the power within ourselves to say to the greater universe that we challenge the societal narratives at play that try to tell anyone that they are somehow less than and not deserving of finding love and happiness within ourselves. We get to be that trajectory of positive social change that we want in this world because we know the potential of what this world and all of its people in it can be. This message we're reflecting on today is a powerful reminder of the importance of belief in our lives. It is one that has stuck with me all week. The people that you have to beg to believe in you are standing in the way of people who actually do. Let us take this message to heart and commit to embracing belief and letting go of doubt. By surrounding ourselves with people who believe in us and by cultivating supportive relationships within our community, we can create an environment in which everyone feels valued and empowered. Let us also remember the importance of self-belief and self-care, recognizing that our worth is not determined by the approval. As we go forth today from this gathering, let us strive to build a beloved community that embodies the principles of support and inclusion. Let us affirm each other's worth and potential, listen with empathy and understanding, offer supportive feedback, hold each other accountable with love, and create safe spaces for authentic expression. Let us go forth inspired by our Unitarian Universalist values to become beacons of love and compassion, empowered by the strength that comes from within. Together, we can create a world where love flourishes not outwards, but within each and every one of us. May it ever continue to be so. Blessed be. Amen. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Namaste. Thank you all so much. May we be blessed with the courage to let go of doubt, strength to believe in ourselves and each other, and the wisdom to build a community grounded in love.